Elon Musk is on a different mission with SpaceX as he sets his sights back on the moon. Yahoo Finance's Pras Subramanian joins us now. All right, so big picture, why is Musk making this pivot? Why from Mars to the moon? Is this IPO timing? Is this, this is just what's realistic right now? What's going on?
I mean, I think it's a combination, like you said. Let's start with the realism part, right? So Mars, as audacious as it was, getting out there, in theory, is completely unrealistic anytime soon, right? So you combine that with the IPO, right? That's sort of how I framed the story I wrote, is that why would you do it now? IPO coming up. Investors want clarity, they want a sure thing. Maybe you go small here, and the moon base is not a small thing, but at least you can get there in a couple days' time. And look, NASA is already planning the Artemis missions, right? The new ones that are coming up. They're going to go to the moon later in March, as early as March, in terms of like doing a mission around the moon with humans. Not landing just quite yet, but we're already doing it again. So it's not that far of a stretch for investors to look at and say, hey, moon is actually kind of doable here.
So how does the moon strategy, by the way, how does it fit into the broader Musk strategy? Because there's talk about the orbital data centers and XAI. How does it all stitch together?
So Musk is saying that if you have a moon base, so you construct that thing, you make that moon base, you can actually make stuff like radiators and solar cells out there for these orbital data centers. I guess there's a lot of silicon in the moon sand, so he says, right? So you can make these out there in the moon base, launch these satellites in a thing that he calls the mass driver, which is basically a thing that just shoots stuff into orbit, and because you're in a low gravity situation, you don't need a rocket. You can just launch it with this mass driver, launch these data centers and satellites and whatever you want out into space, to Earth, to Mars. I'm sorry, Earth and the moon, maybe Mars. I don't know, but that's sort of what he's saying there. The XAI part, like that's a little tricky, but maybe you can use that to harness design, planning, strategy, things like that on the moon with XAI. I'm just trying to say how all the Muskonomy works together, and maybe that's the component there for moon.
Inside SpaceX Pras now, what do investors focus on? What's making money?
So just looking at the numbers here, this is not official because they're not public, but SpaceX made 15 to 16 billion in revenue, 8 billion of that in profit. So what are we looking at here? It's launching payload. Launching in space is very expensive, and SpaceX has 90% of the market for that. So they have that business, and they have Starlink, which supposedly is the most profitable business, the most revenue generating is Starlink satellite internet service. There's talk of this Starlink phone, right? That could be happening. So I think we're going to hear more and more about that as the IPO sort of chatter heats up.
All right, yeah. Just Musk comments, by the way, on Mars, building a city there, 20 plus years out. There's your timeline for us.
I want to say one quick thing.
Yeah.
You can only launch to Mars apparently once every 26 months when the planets align. That's what Musk says. Whereas with the moon, every 10 days.
Yeah, there you go.
It's math.
Thank you, Pras. Appreciate it.